Yo, check it out, Boom Bap Art back again with new video. And if this is your first time visiting, welcome to the channel. And it's time for a Q&A. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers. I'm truly grateful, and with no further ado, let's dive into the questions you want to be answered. Okay, let's start. First question, who are you? What do you do for a living? I'm gonna answer the first part and I'm gonna leave the second part for later in this video. But who am I? I'm Pierre, aka Boom Bap Art online. I'm a Swedish beatmaker, and I have 4 kids, wife, and yeah, that's who I am. Second question, I'm gonna answer the first part and the second one for later. What about your musical background, beginnings? I've been interested in music pretty much all my life. My dad was a musician. I did go to musical school when I started high school. That didn't last long. I got kicked out, and yeah, that's pretty much my musical background. Here's a couple of questions. When did you start making beats? For how long have you been making beats? I started making beats 1996 in a tracker program called Fast Tracker. And I used that for a couple of years and switched to another tracker program called Mad Tracker. All in all, I used the tracker program from 96 till 2018, and that's when I bought my first pad controller, the Machine MK3. Next question, favorite sampler. And to be honest, after spending over 20 plus years in a tracker program, I'm just getting started with samplers. I don't have any favorites, to be honest, at this point. 2 similar questions. How do you arrange your beats? Ideas for transitions across sequences. When it comes to arranging, I often start with the chorus part. I might have sample chops and other elements on top of it. So from there I strip down to like the verse, take out stuff, and also make intros and outros. That's how I go about arranging, in short. And when it comes to transitions between sequences, patterns, or whatever it's called in your box or DAW or whatever, it all comes down to the sample chops. I am gonna cover that in the sampling video. I'm going to share my thoughts and everything. Here I have the MPC 2500. I made my first ever beat on it. I have 2 sequences, but I could just strip down and make an intro and outro, and it would be like a finished one. Here's my sample chops. And the first sequence goes like this. Yeah, and the second part goes like this. Pretty simple, and all together it sounds like this. That's my first ever MPC beat. So if you're interested in the MPC beat making stuff, head over to my other channel. There will be beat making videos coming soon. Here's 2 other similar questions. What are you looking for in a sample that tells you this is the one, and how to choose slices? And it's hard to pinpoint exactly what I'm looking for. That tells me this is the one, or what slices to choose. That's something I am gonna try to cover in that sampling video. Share my thoughts around exactly and how to get better at identifying a good sample. Next one. So my approach when it comes to drums sample wise, if I find drums on a record and if I like them, I snatch them, but I rarely use them alone. I often layer kicks and snares, and yeah, that's how I go about drums sample wise. Next question, how do you get all your vinyls with old school music? I visit secondhand shops and flea markets, and sometimes I order records online. Might be a record that I know of with a lot of dope samples and I just want it, so sometimes I pay a lot of extra to get that specific record. Next question, a bit of a tutorial on how you create your bassline using machine. Okay, I rarely use the machine to make my bassline. I often have an external controller, a MIDI keyboard. I don't know any music theory, so it's a lot of back and forth and see what mode is working and what scale, and if it's major, minor. Do everything on a keyboard by ear, picking out the notes and everything. Next question, Rick Ross type sampling. Next one, mastering drums, kick with bass, and some music programming secrets and tips. Okay, when it comes to mastering and mixing, I'm not the right person to ask. I haven't mixed or mastered a song in my entire life. And if I do some mixing, I'll do some side chaining, the kick and the bass, and maybe the samples and drums. So okay, next one, what do you prefer for sampling, Akai MPC 3000 or Native Instruments Machine MK3? And to be honest, never chopped samples on the MPC 3000. I don't prefer one over the other. I think you should think of it like this instead. Spend your time and get into the workflow, and that's how I see it. Okay, next one. Do you have other hobbies apart from music production? How do you manage a family and YouTube? Great questions. Besides music, family, and the YouTube side of things, I like to do graphic design and animation. I've done a couple of client work for Beatmakers, animated logos. You can go and check out some of them on my website, boombapart.com. And all the graphic stuff you see in my videos with overlays and everything, that's something I do as well. When it comes to YouTube and family, I try to be as creative as I can when I'm down in the studio. I also have a couple of things back home so I can shoot some videos when I have the time. Next one. Do you make a living out of making YouTube videos, or how is the regular working day? I don't make a living from YouTube or the music. I work in school as a teacher's assistant, and right now I'm on parental leave. Yeah, this is a serious question, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about stuff like this, but I've had performance anxiety pretty much all my life. I've had really hard times releasing stuff. 2018, I decided to invest in myself for the first time ever. In 20 years, I bought the Machine MK3, speakers, my turntable, new Mark, and also a camera. So instead of making beats in my home, in my room, at the time, I decided to film and show my creative process and just let go. That's a long story short, what made me want to start making YouTube videos, just to show you my creative process. Want to sell me a Verse Lab? No, I really like the Verse Lab. You will see more videos with the Verse Lab on this channel soon. Okay, here we have two similar ones. What motivates you? What compels you to keep creating? Battling my performance anxiety motivates me to keep pushing out videos, making more music, and of course all you guys watching the videos and give me feedback and sharing my videos and commenting on my videos, that means a lot. I'm truly grateful for all your support, and as I said, I am gonna make strictly MPC beats on the other channel, Bola Soul and all that jazz. Go check it out and go subscribe if you want to just see MPC videos in the future. Truly grateful for all you subscribers and all the new subscribers. With all that said, Pierre aka Boom Bapart, bada bing bada boom, I'm out.